Hi there, Andrew Chubb here again from Awalé Resources with the ticker ARIC. Coming here today to talk to you about Empire. We just had a nice little news release on Empire, which is actually the last in our series of news releases which pertain mostly to our impending mineral resource estimate. Usual forward-looking statements. We're talking about some exploration upside. So where are we? We're in the northwest of Côte d'Ivoire. Just under 2,500 square kilometers of exploration permits, and today, as I mentioned, we're talking about the Empire target, which is actually really nice for us because Empire was the first discovery in the project back in 2021, and it's really nice to be back at Empire. And as we always said, it would come back into play in the future parts of the project back then, and we're now there today. So Empire, we just, these are results from a 13-hole, 2,668 meter program where we completed some resource infill drilling as well as some step out, step down drilling to confirm the margins of the Empire mineralization that's going into this mineral resource estimate, as well as the step down potential. And really the highlight from the drill program was hole number Empire 11, EMDD 11, which returned 10 meters at 5.1 grams. It's the deepest hole in mineralization we've drilled to date, and it shows that there's down plunge continuity at Empire. Some of the better holes in the resource drilling was 10 meters at 2.9 grams and 19 meters at 1.1 grams, which is consistent with a lot of Empire mineralization and what will be in our MRE. I've listed some of the more spectacular hits from previous drilling at Empire. It is a high-grade free gold system, and it will be a meaningful contribution to our first mineral resource estimate. An important thing from this diagram here is, this is a step back hole, so mineralization deeper here, but we've also shown a zone of mineralization here, which we earlier referred to really as Empire Gap. And we've got open to the northwest and southeast, in that we believe there's sort of more on echelon style or potential for on echelon style mineralization in those trends within a 20-kilometer corridor, which is the Empire corridor. I've got a slide on that a little bit later on. So the key takeaways from this release, I've really mentioned it, is that we've got enough drilling now for our first mineral resource estimate at Empire for a shallow open pit at Empire. And then this hole that I mentioned before, number EMDD 11, which is showing step down mineral or down plunge mineralization at 150 meters below surface. So it's open there, and this target area here is really referring to the potential on echelon mineralization, which we called Empire Gap in previous news releases back in 2021, 2022. So we know that it's a high-grade fluid flow system, and there's potential for more high-grade mineralization both at Empire Gap and toward the northwest, along that on echelon toward the northwest, as well as on echelon southeast. So just moving on to that next slide, which is talking about that upside potential. So here we have on the right really showing the 5 kilometers of mineralization that we have along the Empire corridor there, which is open to the northeast and southwest as well. But you can see the high-grade auger anomalies there, which we did RC drill back in 2022, I believe it was, where we got some hits in what we called anomaly 2 back then, as well as anomaly 1. And these are further other sort of on echelon style mineralization that is a long strike from the Empire main deposit. And so I've got this pulled out this old diagram of Empire, where this is the zone of Empire mineralization in the middle of the darker grey there, and then Empire Gap is this on echelon mineralization toward the southeast, and it is deeper. So it's southeast and deeper. There are some shallower hits above it as well, but At the time, we viewed that deeper mineralization as too much for Awale as the junior company it was back then to continue chasing. But now we've opened that door back up again, and we think in the future we'll see potential upside there as well. So, highlights in there are sort of 8 meters at a gram, including 1 meter at 8.4 in hole number RC18. And then some deeper mineralization, 9 meters at 1.9, including 3 meters at 3.9 in OERC hump 119. And the style of mineralization is exactly the same as the style of mineralization that we see in Empire Main. So, these are exciting times for the Empire target. We've now, we'll be putting to bed that Empire Main mineral resource estimate, and we can start broadening our horizons into the potential on echelon targets at Empire. So just to sum up, where are we? We're really close now to this first mineral resource estimate, which the company is really looking forward to bringing to market. We've just started moving into this phase 2 drilling, which is really about resource conversion drilling for the Empire project, and that is at BBM and Charger and Empire. At the moment, we have drilling on starting up at BBM, and we've been doing some step out drilling at Charger as well, into Charger 1 and also to the northeast side of the Charger mineralization as well. So we're looking forward to bringing those holes to market soon, along with the mineral resource estimate as well. And don't forget, we've also got our 100% drilling at Cienso. We're starting to see some results come through from that now, and we're looking forward to bringing that drilling it on the Fremen target within the Cienso permit to market as well. So thank you very much for your time, everyone, and I look forward to speaking to you again very soon.